Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you how I created this
So I'm
look.
using the V Beauty Second Skin foundation in Cape Town, and
I
I
mixed
mixed
the
it
V
with
Beauty
Bicham Ageless
Second Skin in Cape
Cosmetic
Town
in
and Bicham Ageless
Chestnut.
Cosmetic Foundation in Chestnut to get my perfect shade. Not really my perfect, but it's very close to my skin tone. And I'm using a beauty blender to blend in my foundation into my skin. So for contour, I'm using the Motec Contour Concealer, the darkest shade from the concealer collection, and I'm putting it on top of my cheekbone and my forehead. For blush, I'm using the Eye Magic Lip Stain for my blush. I'm using the red shade from the blush, and I'm just warming it on my hand before applying it to my face. So I'm just going light-handed with the blush and making sure it's not too much and it's not too small. To contour my nose, I'm using a fluffy angled brush, and I'm using the Bicham Ageless Cosmetic Foundation in Chestnut for my nose contour. For color correcting concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Frown, and I'm applying this under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, my chin, and cupid bow. I prefer to use a brush while applying concealer. It just gives this a little bit of full coverage to the concealer. Then I went ahead to use the Kiss Beauty Fixing Spray on my face to lock in all the foundation and contour and concealer I've done. And now I'm blending the concealer under my eyes with a blending brush. While using a blending brush to blend your concealer, you'll notice it gives a full coverage compared to using a beauty sponge. Using a brush is easier because you can actually see what you are blending, and while you're blending, please just pat it. Pat, don't drag, pat it. What I mean by pat, I mean tap it. Just tap the brush a little, little by little, gently. Don't push it, don't drag it, don't press it. Just pat, just tap, 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 tap. To prevent harsh line, use the pat you use in blending your blush and pat it on the line between the blush and concealer so it can be even and have an ombre effect. So to brighten my under eyes, I'm using the LA Girl concealer in Beautifully Beige. So right now I'm using whatever is left of the brush, whatever concealer that's left of the brush, to place on my nose, my forehead, and my chin.
So to set I'm using the Mirac setting powder in ginger. Before going to set the under eyes, you make sure to use a brush to blend in the harsh line under your eyes.
While applying the setting powder, make sure to use little quantity to set. You can do it in section, and don't forget under your nose, apply powder there. Make sure you don't forget that area. If not, your makeup will not come out as nice as you want it. Follow the right step, it should come out like this. So to powder my face, I'm using a powder from the V Beauty 9-in-1 palette, powder palette. So to contour my face, I'm using the V Beauty contour powder in maroon. I like the warm reddish undertone it has. So I'm applying on my cheekbone and my forehead and the bridge of my nose. So for blush, I'm using the pink shade from the CPD 4-in-1 blush powder palette. I'm also using the Mirac setting powder in ginger to bake my under eye so that it can catch out fallout from the eyeshadow application. I'm also using the setting powder to snatch my nose, and I'm using it for reverse contour too. So for eyeshadow application, I'm using the brown shades from the 54 Colors Adventure eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette is very versatile. It has lots of nude shades and colorful shades, and also has glitters. I like using them because I can always find what I'm looking for in the palette. Using a very light brown shade for my transition color, for intensifying them by using another darker brown shade. I literally use all browns for this eyeshadow look.
While applying your eyeshadow, make sure you build up. Don't just pack it and put. Build it up. Start from little quantity, then same little quantity until you get your desired look. So I went into the same palette and used a brown shimmer on the palette and put it on the lid of my eyes. So I went into the same palette and used a lighter brown shade and placed it in the middle of my crease. So to line my under eye, I'm using the Egan Esther Brow Pomade in Toffee. So I'm just using the Mirac charcoal pencil at the corner of my eyes. So I'm using the same Mirac setting powder to clean my eyeshadow, just to, intensify the look. To lock everything I've done so far, I'm using the Kiss Beauty fixing spray to also reduce the powdery effect from my face. So I'm just reapplying my blush from CPD blush palette. So the highlighter I'm using is from Younger Beauty. I forgot to show it and I can't remember the shade, the name of the highlighter. So to line my lip, I'm using the Eye Magic lip palette. I'm using that brown shade to line my lip. So I'm going into the brown shade for the main color. So I'm using the Sopro Silite spray to seal my makeup so it can last all night long. So I'm using the mascara from Wink Beauty. So I went ahead to try different shades of lipstick on the look. Please you can comment which of the lipstick shade is your favorite. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.